PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I am very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Collin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Collin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron play as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Collin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
That's well played. Pin high. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Putting for eagle. That always sounds good.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
Cannot imagine a better way to start their round off with an opening eagle.
At -2, going along nicely today. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
That should find the surface. Now over to Collin Morikawa.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Collin Morikawa setting up his shot. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Such soft hands.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A birdie putt awaits.
Ooh.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. And now at 3 under overall. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the 3rd hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now, surely more in his future.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Pretty good shot there.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. That's the right pace. This should drop. That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Going with the pitching wedge here. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 6 under. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Nope.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Not gonna be good.
This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This is a par putt. He sits in first position. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Ooh.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. From around 140 yards here, currently leading by 3. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Come on, sit. That was a bit of a miscue.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Oh, don't you dare.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Yeah, you'll take that. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Birdied their last hole.
Even for the day. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful out of the sand. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up from about 100 yards.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Well, this one's right at the pin. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, that's right out of the Gary Player highlight reel. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Wow, way too much.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Ooh, back there, horsey. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup. All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, too hard. Oh, that in, yeah.
Sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival. but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Summon me?
Oh.
Second shot here at the 10th. Eight under for the day. Outright first here. His putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Be the ball, Danny. No. Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Even for the day. Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Oh.
Santa, get my ear.
Okay, steady now. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. Leading by 5 shots after that. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Getting ready to play their third. Straight out of the top draw.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes.
Jay,
Mm-hmm.
can you go sooner than that? Because I want to eat so I can take
Reach
my
the
pills.
13th hole. Slightly
Yeah.
different look off the
Thank you.
tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Around 110 yards to go.
Thank you, Zach.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well hold.
Before this putt was hit, they looked their playing partner in the eye and gave a signal. That was mean, but fair.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Ooh. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Still in the lead now after that hole.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And 11 under in front of the player with this putt.
Looking better.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And with that putt hold now double digits under par. What a great lead with a handful of holes remaining, Rich.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
Needs this one to kick right. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. This putt is about 17 feet long.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
This one's tracking. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. Currently in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
Put every ounce they had into that drive.
And here we are with the third shot. Ow! What a shot from there. Take your hat off to them.
Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Oh my God!
Check out this little beauty. Nice touch. Yes, sir. Gets it to go. Thank you.
Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
That was a beauty. He knows if he can get this putt to drop, he'll win the event. Well, a spectacular week comes to a close. Congratulations to the Genesis Invitational winner, Riviera, the home of your champion.
It was a Hollywood ending for this winner. What a performance all week long.
That was an outstanding start by this player, Rich, and they've gone on to victory. What a way to win.
This player absolutely dominated all week long, all tournament long. Great job. You don't see this happen very often.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich B, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.